Let's do it, split squat. So I'm gonna teach you a basic split squat form with body weight, then a few different ways I like to weight them, and then a couple of variations like deficit and Bulgarian. All right, so let's just start off by saying that I'm biased. A lot of people teach these different ways. I love myself a good old glute focused split squat, so that's how I'm gonna teach it. So we're going to set up our stance more narrow than you think. So we don't wanna be like in a lunge where we have two 90-degree angles. We wanna be a lot closer than that, so less than 90-degree knee bend. So we're gonna start way up on the tiptoe in the back, completely weighted over our front leg, which is straight. And then we're going to start by thinking about pulling our hips down and back. If we're body weight, I always like to use those hands properly so opposite leg comes up. We're gonna inhale down, exhale up. I'm gonna show you on the front leg what this would look like. So I'm pulling that hip back. My chest actually does drop over that foot because guess what? It's a squat. This is exactly what the bottom of my squat looks like. So it's a split squat. So that is why I have this kind of extreme zigzag shape here between boop, boop, boop. So that's why I stay weighted over here. So we're loading and lengthening that glute and then exhale, pushing off. Again, we wanna weight over that front leg at the top. And I was kneeling down just to show you, but I prefer just a soft kiss of that knee to the floor. Goblet hold with a kettlebell is always a great way. Just keep that bell off the chest, elbows in, inhale down, exhale up. Racked hold is always awesome as well. You could do a double racked hold, but if I do racked, I like to keep it in my opposite arm. So knuckles to ceiling, elbow to floor. Just keep that elbow off of the ribs. Inhale down, exhale up. The other favorite way I like to load it is suitcase hold. So it's gonna be on the outside of the working leg. Just make sure it doesn't pull you to the side. We wanna resist that pull, but then we get to put that max tension into that working glute. Inhale down, exhale up. Some variations, deficit split squats. So this one you only need an inch or two. My people that I train at home, I like to just use a simple book, really easy. We just wanna make sure it's not so high that our back foot can't be on the floor. So if I were to use even that stool, it wouldn't work. So just an inch or two, same thing. And we can do this weighted or unweighted. We're just getting a little bit deeper range of motion. And then everybody's favorite thing to hate, including me, Bulgarian split squats. Again, these could be weighted or unweighted in the same ways that I show you. The biggest question is always like how the frick to set up correctly. So I like to start off with toenail side down first of all. And then I start off with my quads in line with one another. In other words, right, my quads are not next to each other. Start off with the quads next to each other and I take a baby hop out. Maybe a little bit more, okay? So it's kind of personal preference. What I'm just looking for is that shape that I showed you at the bottom. I'll show you my lead leg again. So again, I'm not just gonna think about going down. I'm certainly not gonna stay tall. I'm certainly not gonna put weight in the back leg. I'm gonna shoot this hip down and back, lengthen this glute, exhale, stand up over that front leg. So again, same shape you see here as in my normal regular squat, okay? If you're feeling your back quad fire up a ton, something is probably not right. Usually you're too upright. And again, you can weight that in the same fashion, goblet, racked, or suitcase.